Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the DraftSeal number DS426B brown Kerf inserted gasket seal for windows and doors. This is just a tiny little sample piece I cut off of a larger roll for purposes of this video. This is a product that is meant to be inserted into a kerf of a frame. And if you're not sure what that looks like, there is a diagram down below. Yeah, it's a bit... Yeah, it works. I mean, a larger perspective of what a kerf would look like would be exaggeratedly like this. That's way wrong. Let's try that again. A little bit better, I suppose, right here. Okay, just a long, drawn-out scenario that we've got going here. Kind of going to look like that, right? That's the basic concept of what this is going to end up looking like. This is a part of a relatively small family of kerfed in-style weather stripping that DraftSeal produces, supplies. This is notable mostly because of its reach, the 3/8 of an inch dimension. That's called the reach, and that would be from the face of the stop, really, to the end of the material. So this dimension from the underside here, where it'll make contact with the stop, out to here should be 3/8 of an inch. And again, that's called the reach. Not everybody calls it that, but that's what I was, that's how this product line was introduced to me. What reach do you need? What's the reach? What's the projection? My caliper is definitely telling me 0.385, so that's definitely 3/8 of an inch. You've got a kerf that's going to be 7/64 of an inch that this is going to need to insert into. That depth on that kerf needs to be 1/4 inch, so not real deep at all. No problem making that a little bit deeper. Inherently, the question becomes, what size do I permit for my door? What dimension? Just a really bad drawing. What do I do here? Okay, well, the reach is 3/8. You obviously want the door to touch the weather stripping. You also want it to compress the weather stripping. I can easily take my finger and just fold that down or just make contact very easily. And I can come up with a dimension. And the very first time I made a frame for this or drew out a frame for this, that's all I did. I fold that down and make good contact. I'm going to be pushing 1/4 inch. I'd want to be right in that area, about 1/4 inch. I don't see any reason to make it 5/16. I sure don't see a reason to make it any less than 1/4 inch, because you're going to be about 1/4 inch right there. I've got good compression. It's not so stiff that when I rotate my lever, my knob, my thumb piece, that I'm grinding the latch bolt against the inside cutout of that strike. Got to pull the door open to be able to get it to unlock. That sort of scenario. You don't want that. You want to put your key in and have it work. If you do make it a little tight, you can probably compensate by filing the strike, but you really want to get it right the first time. Or you at least want to get it right the second time. First time, you want to be within 90. You want to be in the 90th percentile, I suppose. So those are the dimensional properties. Now there's a link below this video to a document called Cut Sheet that will allow us to review this item. What's new about the cut sheet is it tells us you've got DS426, you got B for brown, BL for black, W for white. Okay, black's most common these days. There is also a link to a document called Product Information, and that's really cool because it will show you the 426, super common. Will also show you the 431, very common as well. Those two are going to be the most common. Occasionally we'll sell a 429, and that's really just, in my opinion, I would prefer to use a 429 because in my experience, it tells me that the amount of force I need to take that outside edge and fold it over is going to give me the ability, as a result of it being a bird's mouth and a smaller inside radius, I can take that outside, fold it down, and increase my surface area because it's already at a lower angle, less of a distance to fold down, greater surface area. I might be tempted to use the 431 where I had a really crazy warp in a door, where I really needed to have that material stand proud a bit more as much as possible. On the rest of that page, the 416 is not uncommon. It's going to have a similar dimension to the 426 in terms of its reach, but that 425 is fairly common, but the times I see that, it's actually in windows is where I would see that material. Okay. Available in the website in typical lengths, 2 foot through 8 foot. Those are just kind of lengths put in the site. You can have any length you want. That client, this client, he ordered 42 feet. That's what it looks like. So what he did was he ordered 6 pieces that were 84 inch. This client ordered 56 feet. It's 8 pieces at 84 inch. Okay, so that's how they ship it. They're not going to send you 8 pre-cut 84 inch pieces. They'll most likely put it on a roll, or sometimes they'll cut them and set them in straight lengths. They'll come either way. We don't really dictate how DraftSeal ships the material out to us. Now, speaking of DraftSeal, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the DraftSeal products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. This is a product that I would expect you to have very faithful service out of it, even a decade after its original installation. They do fatigue and fail with time. They do get pulled off when the frame is repainted or stained and get thrown out. They can get damaged as you go through the opening if you're carrying material, and you can rip it, certainly. This will tear if you catch something sharp on it. But it has a really long useful life, isn't really affected by ultraviolet, and is known, this type of product is known in the industry as Q-Lon. So if you hear somebody say Q-L-O-N, this is what they're referring to, a kerfed-in style weather stripping with a reach or profile of this sort of nature. That link to the manufacturer's page for DraftSeal will allow you to review not only all the DraftSeal products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, a link to their commercial product catalog and their residential product catalog. And I would search through both of them in the sense of familiarizing yourself, because DraftSeal has solutions to certain applications that no one else has that I'm aware of, especially residential thresholds. Any questions on the DraftSeal DS426B, Kerf-in style weather stripping, or any other DraftSeal product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.